welcome back into another great episode of What Do You Know? Operation Magic. Yes, I am back here with the one, the only, Josh Dunn. I'm James Kemp. Welcome into episode 14. Last week you had my episode about me. I hope you all enjoyed that. And the week prior to that, we had Veterans Day. God, Veterans Day was a lot of fun. I know I am still feeling the effects because the Marine Corps birthday was that same weekend. So I ate a lot of crayons, ate some cake, and drank a lot of booze. And it hurts to be 40 plus and doing that these days. But once a Marine, always a Marine. So that's that one.
Yeah, and I gotta trade my beer in here. Do they have a
No,
Novemberfest? That'd be great.
no, they,
Uh,
they don't. But you have got to find something that's a little piney, a little fall flavor, right?
mm-hmm.
Something.
For sure, man.
So how's your day today? I know you had a little extravaganza that you went out on.
Yeah, bro. I've been out in the woods all day today. And I've always said woods is like my church. It's where I can
Right.
go, clear the head. There's Disney, and there's the woods for me. Getting out in Mother
Right.
Nature is absolutely like
I love it.
just touch some grass, guys. Go out. I mean, I go out to chase these guys
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
However, all kinds of nature activities you can do.
I
Get
love being by a
outside,
shoreline somewhere.
get the body moving.
Body
Um,
moving,
and
body
it's funny
moving.
because I use a climber, so I climb up the trees myself. I climb about 25 feet in the air. I bow hunt. I don't, I used to rifle hunt a lot, but I find bow hunting to be like the most primal way I can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's more hardcore
But
ways
but
to
besides
do it.
boar hunting, where you just jump down with a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Crikey.
But man, yeah, we are so we had our Veterans Day episode. We have James's episode about him. November is shaping up to just be the month of kind of reflection, kind of what we're thankful for.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
hundred
think
percent.
that's a good thing tonight, man. What do you think?
I think that's a great way to go. And being thankful, we always start the show by being thankful every week. And
Hmm.
I'm not. We're thankful for our sponsors that we have. I'll tell you right now, without our sponsors to help us get going, getting our name out there, Skullface Project, your wife, over at Magic Done Right, Kim Dunn, wonderful travel agent. She sponsors this show. Signs of Amusement, our sign makers. Our signs will be coming in hopefully before or after the holidays, one way or the other. We will have them eventually to show you guys. But we have three great sponsors that I'm really thankful for because they're great people all the way around. Your wife, obviously, she's wonderful. She's married to you. She has to be wonderful to be married to you.
Gotta be a cool
Got
person.
got to be a cool person, right?
Gotta be.
Uh, but on the other hand, though, I do love the fact that we have some great people. Matthew O'Brien over at Skullface, and our good friends over, I think Trey over at Science of Amusement. There's so many names out there that I talk to daily. It's easy to get people's names scatterbrained and mixed up. So if I screw you guys up somewhere, I'm sorry. Don't mean to. Um, and then we have to. I have to throw a shout out to um our friends. Bring Back the Magic. They have another show starting.
Yeah, brunch,
Bring
brunch.
back, bring back brunch.
Bring back brunch, dude. That's
Yeah,
little brunch beer.
yeah, a
Okay.
little brunch beer, mimosas, little brunch
Hmm.
tiki drink, whatever. Your boys will be on it eventually, so we're definitely thankful for that coming down the pipeline. Stay tuned to the Instagram and all the other fun things. We're out on Spotify, so I'm thankful that we're out on Spotify. I'm thankful for all our followers that we have here on the YouTube and the Instagram that we have rolling right now. I mean, we're kicking ass, taking names, and I'm thankful. Like I start by being thankful, but I'm thankful, you know, in more ways than one. And Disney's a great way to be thankful because Disney teaches you to be thankful, I think, and in a lot of ways for just the magic and everything else. So let's kick it off, Josh. What is it that you're thankful for? What do you got?
I gotta
What do you,
rewind for one
yeah,
second.
let's go back. I know
Plus
I was
the
in a groove.
rewind button.
I
I
blacked
know.
out. I'm sorry. I blacked out.
Where am I? There's two things I want to cover real quick. As you were talking, shouting out all these people, there's just two things that are burning hot to me right now. First
Okay.
one is my wife and her
Yes,
travel
sir.
agency. Here's
Yes.
what here's what I want to say about that. It doesn't really have to do with her. I think it's just travel agents in general. Here's what I've discovered. That's that's annoying me a little bit. When
Okay.
I first became an agent, they were adamant about family and friends will be your worst customers and strangers will be your best customers.
Yes. No,
Like,
100%.
bro,
I got that same spiel.
it makes no sense. But what
No.
we've learned is like, guys, if even if you're not using my wife, if you have somebody that you know
Yeah.
that's a friend of yours,
Yep.
that's a family member of yours, and you still are choosing to do your own thing, I mean, it takes nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, like my wife, for example, she's planned trips for a lot of people, and you can have it as invasive as you want. So if you are big on like running it yourself, look, the bottom line is it's free
Yep.
to put their name down, and they get a kickback.
Yep.
Easy as that. So
Yep.
I don't understand. I'm a giving person. So if I know, before she became an agent, if I knew that we had a homie that was a travel agent, hey, I'm going XYZ, put it down,
Yep.
get you your little kickback, your little commission, whatever it is. It doesn't cost me a dime to do that. So,
And actually, and being a former agent myself. That's funny because I worked for Disney, and then I did the Disney travel thing, like you guys do. And that's the one thing that I was told: your friends and your family are your worst enemy. But you know what? That's not the case. I found that my friends, my family, were probably some of my best clientele at times. But you hit the nail on the head. Now that I'm not an agent, I know the tips and the tricks. What was the one thing I did back in October for my trip? I go, hey Josh,
yeah,
I got my hotel. I know you guys get a kickback on that. So here's my stuff. I did it all myself because I'm a former agent. Why wouldn't I?
right,
But I also know the game. I know how it's played, and I don't
right.
want to.
Using an agent does not mean that you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Disney has a built-in process that it's built into your cost. So
Yeah.
whatever you're paying, you spend 5 grand on a trip, that agent commission is built into that. If you don't use anybody, Disney gets the money. So
Yeah,
I
100%.
mean, hook it up with somebody,
Yep. So even
right?
if you don't use us or use Kim, but we say Kim because she is our sponsor and she's
Right.
Josh's wife. But there are
If you know somebody though
yeah,
that's a family friend or
yeah,
somebody who's doing their own thing that you know that they're doing it,
go with
I
them.
mean it's just it blows my mind.
Yeah, it blows my
Anyway,
mind. No, I
this
that's something I'm happy you brought that up because for me personally, that is something I've always bit my tongue on because I'm like, guys, I would watch my friends book trips.
yeah, we
Some of
have one
my
right
friends.
now. We have
Yeah,
not they're not our friends, but they know us well enough
yeah, exactly.
that
Yeah.
that you know I'm about to flat out be like, hey, bro. So
Right. No, that
um,
and yeah, no,
let's 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 hook it up,
that's
man. Come on.
that's exactly it. Guys, you can book your trip. Just give me your confirmation number. That's all I want.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Just give me the booking number, man.
Just give me the booking number and what you're doing and where you're at, and I can put it in my little sheet, my database. Get the kickback on it. You've done all the work. I just want your kickback. That's all. Because
And some of
otherwise,
these people will still ask us questions. That's the funny part.
yeah, oh yeah, yep. They'll ask you
You
questions
know,
and take the money and run. You'll do all the work for them, and they're like, "Here's this for free." I'm like, "Oh, thank you," and won't hear from them again. However, we
but
digress.
yeah, the second thing that I want to go over is
Yes,
James is
sir.
listing out all these people who have been, um, you know, integral to our growth, and
Yeah,
I'm always an advocate for appreciating the little moments that you're in. We are in such a good spot. Are we a huge content team? No. Have we started to build a tiny little community of people? Yes.
yeah.
And that is like, I don't know, man. It's just so magical. It's so
I
cool. It's awesome.
I find myself. This is how magical our little circle is for me, and then this is something leading to thankfulness, which is great. Um, for me, I find myself waking up like I'll get up in the middle of the night because I have a cat that wants to go out at 5:30 in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning my time. And he's like meow. I'm like God. All right, I get up and I'm like I'll lay back down. I'll grab my phone. I'll check the Instagram just to see if we've had new followers, if there's been any reaction. I think we're getting tagged at least once a day in somebody's post, and we repost it. We totally share it. I think we're at that point where we're getting tagged or followed by someone new in the Disney sphere every day, and it's wonderful because we're meeting so many great people in this space, and it's great.
100%.
And I think
100%.
that's one of the first things I want to say that I'm personally thankful for is because when we first jumped into this space way back when we were a part of a different podcast, I didn't know what it was going to look like in the future 2 years ago. 2 years ago to now,
Right.
and I have I'm very thankful for that time on the other show, but my time here because between the two shows, I have built a network of people that I never thought I would have ever encountered. And the Disney sphere, people say it's so small, but it's also so big in so many different areas. And I'm thankful for that vast area because you're never running out of people to run into, but you run into people that other people know. And I'm thankful for that interconnection in some way.
I think we can just make that a blanket thank you because we're
Yeah,
gonna do
blanket, thank you.
three. I don't even think we think it's so important that we just leave it a standalone
Yeah,
honorable mention, if you will.
yeah, no, that's wonderful. I like the idea. So go ahead. Let's kick it off with what you're thankful for, my friend.
Okay, so I was gonna start a little bit on that deeper side, but
Okay.
I'm gonna start on a lighter note. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna start with, and I'm just going off the dome here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm thankful for this
You're hunting.
Raglan Road.
Raglan Road. Okay.
So being an Irishman, um, I remember the first time walking into that place, man, and I have never had a restaurant, pub, anything where I'm like sitcom me, like, oh, let's go
Right.
down to so and so and get a beer. And I mean, like, I've always longed for a feeling of like belonging in a place like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
and Raglan Road for me, man, has been like every trip. I feel like this is as close as I can get to what my great grandparents would walk into. Not of course the bigger, grander scale, but just the bar side alone,
Right.
the atmosphere, the drinks, the authentic. The everybody working there typically
Hmm.
is from Ireland, so you have this really cool vibe there. So to
You get the
me,
Gaelic. You get everything that's relevant to
right, you get the
Ireland.
music. I
Yeah.
mean, so to me, it's that atmosphere. It's just that it's inexplicable to me, especially when you're most people that go there. I imagine they're Irish. They're going there as part of the Disney Springs. They're getting their food, the
Right.
experience, whatever. To me, it just means something like way more, man. So I thoroughly enjoy Raglan Road, and I hope that they're going to be there for a long, long time. I
See,
want to take my
and
kids there.
I like that. I like that. So I have to kind of follow suit. So
Sure.
you look behind me and you see that big old tiki head back there, that tiki mask. You see the Polynesian
Hmm.
stuff. I've got this right here. I've got actual glass ones that are packed away, but I'm really thankful for Trader Sam's because that tiki culture there, when I first discovered it, it was. I love tiki culture. Don't get me wrong. A tiki culture is just ingrained in me. I'm Irish like you, so Raglan Road really fits my alley because I was a big Tilted Kilt
Yeah.
person when I was
Mm.
able to go to Tilted Kilt because of the feel, the vibe. You want that Gaelic, that feel of feeling like you're a part of your roots. Uh, I think for me the with Sam's is the idea that that other part of me. I have my great grandparents who were who came over on boats and stuff, but I also have my family that was in the war and during World War I and Korea. The tiki culture was a real big thing, and I feel really at home walking into Sam's for whatever reason, or the bar outside of Sam's at the Disneyland Hotel because that's where ours is, and just sitting there and getting a drink and listening to Polynesian music or watching the skippers do what they do and just having that feel of an authentic, tiki bar like you'd have felt in the 40s and 50s at Trader Vic's or Leho Fucks or all these other places, you know, trying to get a big order of beef chow mein and a drink. So I'm truly thankful for Sam's and that culture because it's something that like you said, sitcom-y. I never thought I'd find myself walking through Disney like I gotta go here. It's like I'm hustling. Like I make it a point. Like I have to make my reservation. I get there and it's like if I can't get into the main like Sam's, I'll sit outside the outside bar and I'll get wasted outside the outside bar and sit
Yeah,
by the pool and listen to the Tiki Lounge music and have a wonderful time. Or they'll have live Polynesian, two guitar players out there singing, wonderful songs. I'm like, I could get down on this. I could stay here all day if I was a rich old guy.
dude, it's finding a spot like that, bro. Is I don't know, man. It's indescribable.
Yeah, no,
It
and
really
I
is.
totally I couldn't agree more. No way I couldn't agree more with you on that because it's just so like I can like when you brought up Raglan Road, I'm like, yeah, I know right where I'm going on that first one. I'm very thankful for that atmosphere because to just be able to go outside the park, you're still in the bubble, but to go outside the park and just be like, all right, I get a minute to be an adult, but I get to immerse myself into something that I really enjoy. Still being in the bubble, I think it adds a layer of icing on the cake that just wasn't there until I thought about it.
Yeah, and like there's Irish pubs
Oh
everywhere,
yeah, oh yeah,
but it's just like here locally, it's basically Finnegan's Irish Pub, and you've got
yeah,
the signage and everything else. But then when it comes down to it, you walk in, it's just
a pub.
another bar,
Yep.
and it's yeah. So the way Disney can
Yeah.
make you feel like you've kind of transported is big, kind of like an Epcot feel,
Yeah.
right? You walk into Japan, you're in
Yeah.
Japan. It feels like
We have a pub. It's actually Kelly's Olympian bar. It's a music venue slash pub, and it's a great place. But like you said, you feel in it's just another venue slash bar, and I'm like, oh, nothing too special. So yeah, I feel it. I totally get it. And like I've been to like the tiki bars here, and like Sam's lives up to the original tiki bars. So it's like I love it because the tiki culture it's that's the one thing about it. The Irish pubs and tiki bars. Irish pubs, there's a difference, and you can walk in and you know right away. A
yeah.
tiki bar, it's like if it's authentic or it's just like this is bullshit. And every tiki, like Sam's, fits that bill to every real authentic tiki bar that I've ever been to.
Now, number two is probably the single most important to me, and
Okay.
it's going to cover a wide variety of stuff. However, specifically to me, it's a reminder that like I don't know, imagination and discipline can build something lasting, and that's got to be just Walt's dream and Walt's vision.
Okay.
Without his determination, I guess it could be Walt in general, but not really Walt in general. Walt's just ambition to make these this creation happen, and without it, I have no idea. If this didn't exist, you know, where any of us are, right? So, I mean, I feel like Walt. It's hard to explain because it's like obviously I'm appreciative of Walt himself, but more specifically his
Drive and
vision
determination, yeah.
to make something like this happen.
So I definitely feel that, and I like that. That's a good one. Walt's imagination was something that it was is knew no bounds. It knew
Yeah,
no limits, and it knew no financial risk that it wasn't willing to take to make life successful.
no, and I
And
think that like leaks over to like, of
yeah,
course, I'm thankful for cast members, right, and all they do, but like I really think without Walt's vision, it's just another park,
no,
another
100%.
somebody else would build something. So even rooted in the training and to get people out there who believe the same
Yeah, no.
ideas of imagination and wonder and
What
excitement.
what person walks 30 feet and says we need another trash can? Walks
Yeah,
another 30 feet, need another trash can. Walks another 30 feet and says, well, I think we need another trash can. You go to any other theme park, it is not like that.
right. And I mean, like the no selling of gum, the
Yeah,
when he first saw trash on the ground, how he didn't, like even that, bro, the trash.
yeah,
it could not be this deep, but I think with a man like him, you're watching people throw trash on the ground and you're blaming yourself.
Yeah.
You're going, okay, I got to figure out a way to make it to where
Yeah.
this
You're
never happens.
you're not putting the onus on, oh my gosh, that person is a piece of garbage. They threw their own garbage on the ground. Why would they do that? No, he's like, how do I combat this? How do I
Right.
make this work? This is a guy also, like his imagination of like, all right, well, we're not gonna have working water on day one, but we're gonna have working toilets, and Coca-Cola is gonna provide us all the drinks we need. Like, how forward thinking is that? I mean, not thinking about the cement not being dry, that sucks. But however, this is a guy whose imagination didn't even that didn't bother him. The cement wasn't dry. Okay, well, let's fix it. Not a
It
problem.
would have killed me. I mean, like, I don't know
Yeah.
how he came back from opening day. I mean,
I don't I don't know
that's
how he came back.
impressive.
I don't know how he came back from losing Oswald and
Right.
the original Alice comedies. I mean, think of that. You lose everything. I mean, complete everything in it. And you come back from that, dude. I'm thankful for his imagination and will and drive. I'm definitely thankful for that. That's a good one. I appreciate you bringing that one up. You know, I actually mine kind of piggybacks off that, but
Sure.
mine's a little bit deeper. And this is for the ones who have been to Mecca and know the feeling of it. I'm thankful for Marceline, the town of Marceline, and more specifically the Disney farm, the barn, and the Dreaming Tree. The Dreaming Tree is where Walt spent his time cultivating that imagination to draw, to be wondrous, to be out on the farm in Missouri and make that town and get the vision to, incorporate that into his parks later on in life. I'm truly thankful for that little town because without Marceline, I don't think Walt's imagination would have truly been sparked because I heard a story when I was back there when I was at the museum, and the gal said that outside of the museum, he worked for an undertaker when he was a kid. Him and his brother Roy, they worked for the undertaker, and he'd fall asleep in the back of the hay, back like in the hay trailer, and the guy came out and tried to shake him. He goes, "I thought you were dead." He goes, I just fell asleep, but if you thought I was playing dead, I must have been pretty good at it. It's like a story of like Walt just using these ideas of morbidity in some way because he'd fall asleep back where the corpse, like back where the hay was, like by corpses and stuff, and back in the day where they didn't have all that crazy stuff. But he worked for a mortician at one point, so that tells you like the guy had an imagination, he had a sense of humor, and he just gave so much to that town that when him and Roy made it big, they went and showed a film there and gave a lot back to the town. That town still is representative of Walt's original dream of what Main Street USA should be. They have a Coke corner, that he took from, and it's just like to have that foresight and to take from where you're from because I'm very big into roots and where I grew up, and as you are, talking about where you're, being an Irishman and where you come from, and I think incorporating your roots into your everyday life the way he did, that's something to be truly thankful for because that's something that that's lost in today's society. And
100%.
I think honoring where you're from and knowing where you're from and everything that you do and understanding who you are is something to truly be thankful and I thankful for. And I don't think without that and that mindset we wouldn't have had the imagination that you talked about. So I'm thankful for the town of Marceline and what they gave to Walt.
Dude, that's a good one.
Yeah, I thought when you brought up imagination, I go, I am sitting here. I actually have a piece of the original Dreaming Tree.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they broke it up and they sold it for like $5 or $10 on a postcard or whatever. And then they replanted. They were able to get a sapling from the original Dreaming Tree to replant. So when the original tree fell, they replanted it from a sapling. So the original Dreaming Tree still kind of lives on through the sapling.
Damn.
So yeah, it's really cool. If you ever get a chance to go to Marceline, you or our listeners, and if you have been, drop that in the comments. Tell me what you felt when you went back to Marceline because when I was there, it was so wonderful, and it's just like that town embraces everything. You can't go to the school that's named after it. It's the Walt Disney Elementary School, but they have original artwork that was given to them by the Walt Disney Company up in their hallway. Just different stuff. That town is really legit. So if you and the original EP Ripley sits outside there as well. So there's that.
Oh man, okay. I've been narrowing it down to three things related to Disney is like way harder than I
It is.
anticipated. And guys, this episode, just like most episodes, this is not a pre-planned.
No.
Let me get three together yesterday
Nope.
and figure out what I want to talk about. This is on the fly.
Yeah,
So
I'm
just
winging it.
shooting from the hip here. I know I'm gonna miss a lot of stuff, but I'm just thinking of like what comes to my head first.
Yeah.
And I have to say, bro, that the third one's got to be uh, the the overlooked custodial staff at Disney World.
Oh my gosh. Yes. That is
I,
such a great one.
I love talking to those guys and gals. Late at night, park's about to close. They're they're doing a job where kids don't run up to them to take pictures, and nobody runs up to them and says, "Oh my God, thank you," or sign my autograph book, or nothing like that. They're just doing their thing, and
Right.
I love talking to them, man, because I mean, their job all day, all night is a thankless one.
No,
So
it really is.
I mean, we've got our cast members who we always appreciate. Um, Cast members will always be the ones to get the compliments. Will always be the ones to make the magic happen for guests. When really facilitating a place of that magnitude to that many people every day is magic in itself. So, to me,
I,
big shout out to our custodial service.
I'm going to. I want to go one step further on that one, and this isn't mine, but I'm just throwing it on yours. I want to say not just the custodial staff, but the overnight maintenance guys that work
Yeah.
on the attractions, because those guys, without those guys in custodial, that park would not run.
Well, no
Those
way.
parks,
Yeah.
those parks would not run whatsoever. They would, any park anywhere. Those guys are highly trained, highly skilled people. Like they were in their jobs probably 15 years before they even went to work for Disney, because Disney is that hands on. That those rides, when I remember turning over Mansion or Splash at the end of the night, you would turn it over and they would be there from the time you turned it over at close to the time you showed back up at open. They work on that ride all night to make sure it is in the best shape possible to be turned back over to the public that next day.
Yeah, and on that turnover, what I watch, because being a maintainer on aircraft, I love the maintenance side of stuff. I'm a sucker and a nerd for stuff like that. When people don't realize that when rides go down midday, how, unless it's a major break, how quickly these guys turn this stuff around.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they are Johnny on the spot with getting rides back up and running. So if something's down temporarily, it is quick.
When you guys see Indiana Jones, I'll tell you just from my inside information. This is inside baseball for y'all. Um, so when I'll just go from Indiana Jones, just because I know that ride at Disneyland goes down, and it's down when it goes down. It's down for a good portion of the time. Guys, those maintenance guys, they're in there, they're doing everything, but it takes an hour plus to cycle that ride to make it sure that it goes. It's not like, say, Pirates, where a flume, you can get the ride that goes down and it's only down, you literally get escorted off and it's down 15 or 20 minutes because it's just a simple boom, boom, boom. And because you don't realize when you guys are being escorted off the ride, maintenance is already on their way there. And as soon as that last person is there, they have three to four people there just doing everything. You see custodial daily behind people. Like you don't even notice. You might drop something. Custodial's there. Oh, see, I got it. I'm there. These guys are unbelievable. And third shifters. Maintenance is there all day, but third shift, when nobody's there, the park is quiet, and you have nothing but time on your hands. How easy is it for you alone, just as a human being, to be distracted?
Oh yeah, I'm distracted right now.
in a job, yeah, in a job like that, in a job like that, with no one there, not having to worry about it, and how it'd be so easy to be distracted. Everything to look at and more, and you work there. You see it daily. You could work there 20 years and probably not see everything. Just looking, you know. So, I mean,
We
those guys are crazy. So,
we ran into a guy in Epcot on our last trip, and it was funny because it was his first day.
right,
From he sounded Jamaican, and I've been around a lot of Jamaicans, so
right,
I'm pretty sure he was Jamaican. His accent was pretty spot on. But we were with all the construction walls. We were like, "Hey, what's the quickest way to XYZ?"
right.
And he stops and he's looking. I could tell in his eyes, he's just looking. He has no idea what he's looking for. He's looking for an excuse because he doesn't know. And the way he told us that he didn't know was like the most heartwarming like thing. Like he was just trying not to like disappoint us. You know what I mean? And he was just a custodial
Right,
guy, you know.
right.
And he's like, "Hey man, it's my first day. I'm not too sure. I'm so sorry." I said, "Hey man, don't worry about it. Here's a sticker, bro. If you want to check out my podcast, you know what I mean." And
Right, right.
sat there and talked to him about that for a little bit, and uh, you know, about Epcot, how cool it was, and such a down to earth dude. But I hope Disney doesn't have them think that they're always got to be like background people to the magic. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like
They're
blend
not.
in, don't stand out. No, no. We love our
No.
custodial guys and our maintenance guys out there for
No,
sure.
100%. So the last thing I'm thankful for on this is going to sound crazy, but I'm thankful for the music within
Mm.
the parks and within the movies.
Yeah,
And
no, that's
this is
big.
why. Because I found my joy. This is it's a personal, really deeply personal reason to be thankful. Disney music has always been something that has probably seeped into our lives one way or the other. You know, from the time we were little kids to now, because there we grew up with music like Mary Poppins, songs from Mary Poppins and the Aristocats and Fox and the Hound, Jungle Book. You can the list goes on and on and on, right? But it wasn't until I was kind of doing a small remodel in my kitchen one night, and I was sitting there, and I'd been listening to Esplanade music because it just kind of gets me through my day sometimes. That you just want to hear Esplanade music just for the hell of it. And I stumbled upon Albert AWOL and AWOL Radio from the Jungle Cruise. I sent this to you a while back, if you remember correctly. And
I do.
it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I hear this old timey, old tinny, mid range voice like mine, where the old mics didn't pick it up, and they made it sound like the old style radio. And he's talking over old music, and I'm sitting there at 1:30 in the morning with a hand sander, just listening to this music. Everybody's sleeping in my house. I'm surprised I didn't piss. I probably pissed my wife off at the time, but I'm listening to this shit from like 1:30 because I couldn't sleep from 1:30 to like 4:30 in the morning, and I finally turned it off and I fell asleep in my recliner to that. And it's like I didn't realize how therapeutic the Esplanade music or music from attractions or movies of that nature really is to the soul. It feeds the soul. It's soul food. And just like just general music, that we listen to on the radio, we find songs that we gravitate to, and it's soul food. For it helps us guide our day. But there's something light and airy and fun that just makes you. It doesn't matter where you're at. Doesn't matter who's singing it. Doesn't matter what movie it's from. It doesn't care if it's from High School Musical or if it's from a Disney Channel original. You find someone somewhere singing a Disney song. You don't always hear them singing popular culture songs, but you ask someone to sing a Disney song, they'll pop one off faster than they can think of a Kendrick Lamar song.
I 100% agree with that. I'm definitely in my well, now an era of music for me is princess related, so
Right.
I
But
can bang out a lot of these.
It's fun because I tell people, and this is one of my favorite things to play because they have trivia in the parks for pins. So you walk up to someone with a pin, and one of the trivia questions is go to a cast member and sing a Disney song or find the most annoying Disney song you can find. It's something having to do with music, right? And the one song I lean on and the time of year that I'll go sometimes is during the holiday time right now when they're doing transition and you have the mansion layover with with Nightmare, and you have Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and they're going la 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 la, and they say, "Oh, sing a song from the parks." I'm like, perfect. I have the most annoying song I can sing to you because you hear it, or it's a small world. Stupid stuff like that because it's like you hear them and they become earworms. Disney makes their music like earworm songs. Like I saw a post on Instagram the other day about the sing along song videos from when we were kids. And I'm like, I remember all of those. Their music is so integral in our lives that it's so something that I think is so overlooked that people aren't thankful. We use it even in our memes. I don't think people are even thankful enough that we have the ability to do that.
Right.
It wouldn't be without the Sherman Brothers or other composers or singers for that matter that Disney has hired over the years to perform their music.
Music is
And
definitely like next level for Disney, man.
it is. And I'm telling you, it's that I'm so thankful for that. And I know my last two are pretty deep thought ones, but they're things that just came to me because you're talking about like custodial, and we threw in maintenance in there. But when you're walking through the parks or you're listening to any movie or watching any movie, it's like you 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 really it hits you in the feels because I hearken to this, and this goes to how deep the music ties to attractions and rides. And I heard it all the time being a Splash Mountain cast member. But going up drop five, and you'd see the uh, the buzzards. They'd be, you're looking for your laughing place. We have your laughing place for you, huh? And then you see Brer Fox and Brer Rabbit. Turn me loose! Turn me loose! And you drop down the drop five, and the next thing you hear is zippity doo dah, zippity yay,
My
my
oh
oh my oh.
my, what a
Exactly,
wonderful
but you
sunshine.
exactly heading my way, zippity doo dah, zippity yay. There's a bluebird on my shoulder. Yeah, exactly. But you relate that attraction, that drop five scene with the buzzards going up to seeing Fox and Rabbit. Then you drop down. You correlate the music and everything to that, and it's like fantastic. You hear those ba da da bum bum ba da da da. You hear that and you're like, oh, Mickey's going to do this, and his hand's going to explode, and you get excited. It's like the music is so deep and like the beats alone. And if you look at just our intro, we have our two intros. We have our basic intro, and then we have our long intro. You've seen them both. But you listen to the beats and you look at the beat of how I time stuff out, or we time stuff out for when we're doing something for the holidays. Even there's a rhyme to a reason because music plays a part of that soul of what you're bringing into life, and Disney hits that hard every single time.
They
So,
do a great job with it, and you just gave me a fantastic tattoo idea,
oh,
dude. Oh, what if I just got a bluebird on my shoulder?
that'd be hilarious.
That'd be so sick.
I thought you were going to get the buzzards sitting on their
Nah,
perch.
nah. But when I looked at my shoulder, I was like, "Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that'd be
Mister.
such a good
You,
idea."
you you'd have to get Mister Bluebird.
Yeah,
You'd have to be Mister Bluebird.
it'd have to be. Yeah, it'd have to be Mr. Bluebird.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
pretty cool.
I mean, straight up, it's like stuff like that. People don't think of like that, but then like Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder, like that's a tattoo idea. But you wouldn't have thought of that had we not been thinking about that scene dropping into everything. It's just like everything integral in the parks is done through music. The snow that we get for the holidays, the soapy snow, that's done to music on Main Street. It's
Yeah,
done
you
to
don't notice until you think about it.
yeah. Everything is done to a
Hmm.
soundtrack. Pirates. Oh, you be looking for pirates here.
Yeah,
Going to make the drop, and the next thing you know, you go, you hear the background. Even going through the bayou, you hear the banjo, the plucking of the banjo. The old man sitting there plucking that banjo. You hear it as you go through. Any attraction, even in the queue, you hear it. Even look at Rise. You go through the queue. There's a little bit of music playing that this in the cavernous, not something heavy, but there's a soundtrack, something
well, it's not
simple.
supposed to be. Yeah, you wouldn't even
Exactly.
notice it.
No,
Yeah,
but it's enough to keep you.
and I think
It's
that's what made me so upset about Splash Mountain was not even the you know who's replacing it or whatever. I just miss the soundtrack.
this exactly. And people say, well, you can go listen to it online. It's not the same, guys.
It's not.
You can watch the ride. It's not the same, guys. There's something about being drenched, coming off a drop five, and going into that around that horn, and coming into
The
that part
party
of the bayou, the party, and you
into the
see
party.
it, and it's just like, oh man, I'm so happy that I'm here. I don't care how wet I am, but this song makes me happy,
Yeah,
and it's like it's so music is so integral, even in like great moments with Mr. Lincoln. I don't know how the Hall of Presidents is for you guys, but even the music in that, the music plays such an integral part of what they're telling. And for me, it's such just it hits you right in the fucking heart, like right here every time.
the Carousel Progress does that too, man.
I
When
bet, yeah,
Walt's singing as you
yeah,
go to the next thing, it's like I mean it just invokes a lot of feeling. Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of emotion.
and that's what I think Walt is tying back to your very first one, just Walt's imagination, right?
Right.
Tying back into that, that having the forethought to just overlay a soundtrack to know that people were going to tie and buy into that. It's like the puns of the Jungle Cruise. You don't have music on the Jungle Cruise, but in the queue you have that old time music, like you're in a, you're in a waiting area for the train or whatever else. It's the idea of putting the soundtrack to what you're about ready to do or you are doing. And it just it pays.
Yeah, that
And
Disney music is next level.
the imagination and the thought, yeah, the imagination, the thought behind that is really like you said, next level, and it ties into everything. Even going into Olga's, you have DJ Rex providing the soundtrack of Olga's. I still think we need the Cantina band, but I mean, I'll take Rex any day of the week. But the fact is I'm thankful for all of these things that we've talked about today because I mean the music, the thought process of Walt's imagination, Marceline, maintenance, custodial,
Yep.
all of
And
it.
really, obviously, to you guys watching
Yeah,
and listening, to our families who let us go down this crazy journey of whatever this podcast is, it means something to us. Um, so in turn, it means something to them. So we appreciate them and then the friends we've made along the way so far and the friends we'll make in
yeah,
the future. I mean,
yeah.
quite
No,
the quite the list of stuff to be thankful for, and that is super important for everybody to kind of think about too. Is you got to find the things you're thankful for. Too many
yep,
times people can get focused on the negative, and I
yes,
could sit here and list 10 things that are wrong with life right now,
yep.
but hey, that's life. Life
That's
be life and
life.
sometimes. Yeah, life
That's
be
what
life
they
and sometimes.
say.
Our resident singer,
Yeah,
James. Next
yeah.
episode
No,
will be James singing for an hour.
yes,
So,
no. I need
well, we
some
went from
karaoke.
58 subscribers to 3.
Yikes. Yikes. No, but it's funny because you bring up That's Life. I'm a huge Sinatra fan, and Sinatra always said, That's life. That's what they say, you know.
Mhm.
Shot down in April. brought back up in May, and the idea is you're right. We can look at all the negative shit in the world that's there, and we can with everything in the world right now. There's a lot of bad and negative, and you can
Yeah.
look at that and you let that eat you alive. You can let your life eat you alive. But if you're not thankful for something in your life, find something. Change that mindset. Find three things at the end of each day that you are truly and utterly thankful for, other than the obvious. Get outside your. Even start with one obvious and find two hard things. But once you get outside the obvious stuff, your eyes start to open up and your life gets a much happier, a lot more magical, I would say. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and if you haven't been to Disney, then go and you can have 100 things you're thankful for off one trip.
Oh
So
yeah, off one. I mean, no joke. That can happen. Um, no, I'm truly thankful that we're able to do this episode. This is a good episode because our next episode, guys, is the actual Thanksgiving episode, and we do have the topic for this one because
we do.
we did leave it to you guys. We left it to the group, and the one that stuck out the most, Josh. What was the one that stuck out the most to you?
Uh, some gifts for Disney dads. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
some gift ideas because I'm just trying to just hook up my own Christmas. You know what I'm
right, me too. Right, and also if you have Disney dad veterans in your life, it's extra hard because I know Disney dads in general are hard to shop for. But Disney dads who are veterans, there's a lot that you can do and a lot that you can narrow into. And Disney just released their 250th anniversary, um, America stuff. So there's ideas right there, guys. Starting
saying?
right there,
Well,
starting early. There's an
to,
idea.
I don't know if Disney's been around for 250 years. I think you're getting the Marine Corps birthday in Disney.
No. They for America's 250th.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
for
For
America's 250th,
yeah, they
gotcha.
just really so.
Thought
I'm
you meant
just.
for Disney's 250th. I
Oh
was
god,
like,
no. Oh
damn,
gosh,
I won't be around for that.
no. I would still be a little hungover for that if I
There'll be
saw that.
another there'll be another podcast that takes this place
Right,
around year 250.
right. No, so that's a little look into the next episode. We're going to dive into that world because we're heading into the holiday season, guys, and we want you guys to be prepared. Being prepared means going to Operation Magic Printful or .printful.me to buy all those wonderful merch pieces too. If you're looking to start your shopping early.
And on that, on the merch stuff for the holiday season, I can't recommend the wrapping paper any more than I have
No,
before.
the
Wrap
wrapping
some
paper.
gifts, please wrap some gifts with our faces on them
I
and
would
send
love
us
it.
a picture.
I
I want to
do.
see it.
Yeah, we'll post them to the Instagram. We'll get a collection
Oh,
of the
for sure.
pictures.
Yeah, no,
And
I'll pull that shit up right here
oh
on
yeah,
the YouTube channel, man. I just want to see it. It'd be so
no,
funny.
no, I think it'd be the greatest. And the ornaments, we have ornaments out there. Christmas
Yeah.
sweaters with our faces on it. Yes, we will be wearing those hopefully this Christmas for you for your viewing pleasure. There are
Oh yeah.
beautiful things coming this holiday, guys. So be prepared. The debauchery starts next week, and through the holidays, through December, you'll start seeing things change in our offices. We'll start getting decor up. The shows are only going to get wackier until the start of the new year, and then we'll just get guys, year two, going into year two is just going to be insane. I can already see it.
Yep.
We're,
Well,
we're so Josh,
we're killing it.
yeah,
We're killing it, dude.
Josh, you want to take us out of here tonight, buddy? Do you have anything to say to the beautiful people?
Just again, thank you. I mean, really, I'm a big guy on like being thankful for little people, things that people would think are not important.
Yeah,
And where we're at right now, we are a very small, you know, a very small section
yeah,
of all these platforms, but we are having an absolute blast meeting the people we're meeting, doing this every week. It's been fun. And
yeah.
James, most
I'm yeah.
gotta say, thankful for you, brother.
I'm thankful for you as well. You're
Thankful for you, man.
and I'm not going. I'm going to end it this way, guys. I just want to say that for last. I'm definitely thankful for you, my friend. You came into my life at a period in podcasting where it was important to have met, and now we're here. And I'm thankful that you have the same creative drive that I do. and to make this thing happen every week, like we have been, good, bad, and indifferent. No matter where our life has been, we try and make it happen because I'm thankful, for them allowing us to come into their home every Friday, whatever they're watching it, and that wouldn't be able to have happened without you and being my partner in crime. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of this and approaching me to be a part of this podcast. So I'm definitely just as thankful as you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we will catch you guys next week.
Yeah, next week. And thank you again, guys, for allowing us to come into your home.
Sláinte. And hopefully next time you see us, this will be a different seasonal beer.
Hopefully.
See you guys later.
All right, squad, listen up. You already know who we are. We are the Operation Magic Podcast. Disney loving, dad run, veteran built. Every week, we're here bringing you that magic straight to the veins. And now we've got something even bigger. It's official, guys. The Operation Magic merch. Those t-shirts, those hoodies, the mugs, stickers, you name it. All Disney inspired, all made for the Operation Magic squad. This isn't just gear. This is the uniform. You throw this on, you're not just a fan. You're a part of the family. Every piece supports this show, keeps the mission alive, and helps us keep bringing laughs, the stories, and the magic every single week. So what are you waiting for? Hit operationmagic.printful.me right now. Grab your gear and show the world who you are rolling with. Operation Magic. Rep the magic. Rep the squad.